Watch Complications Explained. From Simple Date to Grand Complications. Epitome 24. Why Complications Matter. In mechanical watchmaking, complications represent mankind's desire to understand time beyond hours and minutes. Long before electricity, computers, or digital logic, watchmakers were already solving complex problems using nothing but gears, springs, and patience. Every additional function required foresight, mechanical memory, and an acceptance that perfection could never be rushed. A complication is any function a watch performs beyond simply telling the time. But in horology, complications are not about excess, they are about problem solving. Some complications are practical, others are poetic, and a few stand at the absolute peak of mechanical achievement. Today, we'll explore what complications truly are, why collectors respect certain ones more than others, and why understanding them changes the way you see a mechanical watch forever. This is Epitome 24. What is a complication? In simple terms, a complication is any additional function beyond hours, minutes, and seconds. This can be as modest as a date window, or as extraordinary as a minute repeater or perpetual calendar. But here is something important many people misunderstand. More complications do not automatically mean a better watch. Collectors evaluate complications based on mechanical difficulty, reliability over time, historical significance, and how elegantly the function is executed. A well-executed simple complication is often more respected than a poorly executed complex one. Entry-level complications. The foundation, date and day date. The date complication may appear simple, but it is anything but. For a mechanical watch to change the date, it must store energy over a 24-hour cycle and release it precisely at midnight. A well-designed date jumps cleanly and aligns perfectly in the window. Day-date watches add another layer, requiring the mechanism to manage two displays simultaneously. Poorly executed date mechanisms are often the first sign of a low-quality movement. This is why collectors pay attention to how the date changes, not just that it exists. Power reserve indicator. The power reserve indicator shows how much energy remains in the mainspring. Beyond practicality, it creates a relationship between the wearer and the watch. It reminds you that a mechanical watch is a machine that lives on borrowed energy, and eventually it must be rewound. Chronograph, measuring time itself. The chronograph is one of the most misunderstood complications in watchmaking. It is not just a stopwatch. A true chronograph requires additional gear trains, clutch systems, and control mechanisms layered onto the base movement. This dramatically increases mechanical complexity. Collectors often favor column wheel chronographs because of their smooth operation and refined engagement. A great chronograph feels effortless. A poor one feels heavy, inconsistent, or imprecise. This is why chronographs remain a benchmark for judging movement quality. Perpetual calendar, mechanical memory of time. A perpetual calendar is not impressive because it is complicated. It is impressive because it remembers. It understands that months are unequal, that February behaves differently, and that every 4 years, time itself shifts slightly with a leap year. All of this logic is stored mechanically. At the heart of a perpetual calendar is a cam rotating over a 4-year cycle. This cam acts as a mechanical memory wheel, telling the watch exactly how many days belong to the current month. Every lever, jumper, and spring must operate in perfect harmony. One miscalculation, one incorrect tension can cause the entire system to fail. What separates a great perpetual calendar from an average one is reliability over decades. A well-designed perpetual calendar can function correctly until the year 2010. Collectors respect perpetual calendars not because they are luxurious, but because they demand discipline. They cannot be rushed. They cannot be set carelessly. Brands like Patek Philippe, Vacheron Constantin, Audemars Piguet, and A. Lange & Söhne treat perpetual calendars as signature achievements. They are watches worn with intention, not convenience. Minute repeater, when time becomes sound. If the perpetual calendar represents mechanical memory, the minute repeater represents mechanical emotion. A minute repeater does not show time. It sings it. By activating a slide on the case, the watch strikes low tones for the hours, double tones for the quarters, and high tones for the remaining minutes. This performance is created by tiny hammers striking hand-tuned steel gongs. No 2-minute repeaters sound the same. Case material matters. Gold resonates warmly. Platinum softens sound. Steel produces clarity and sharpness. Designing a minute repeater requires requires treating the movement, case, and gongs as one unified acoustic system. Collectors do not own minute repeaters for practicality. They own them for moments of stillness, listening, and reflection. Servicing a minute repeater requires not only mechanical knowledge but musical sensitivity. Human judgment remains irreplaceable. Grand complications, the peak. A grand complication traditionally combines multiple major complications, often a perpetual calendar, chronograph, and minute repeater. These watches are not designed for daily wear. They are demonstrations of what mechanical watchmaking can achieve at its absolute limit. Wearability versus complexity. As collectors mature, many return to simplicity. Highly complicated watches are often thicker, more delicate, and more demanding. Simpler watches offer longevity and ease. True luxury is not complexity, it is clarity. Outro. How collectors should think about complications. Complications are not about owning the most features. They are about understanding what it took to create them. When you hear a minute repeater chime or see a perpetual calendar advance correctly year after year, you are witnessing centuries of accumulated knowledge. This channel celebrates genuine horology and true craftsmanship. This is Epitome 24.